Hello and welcome. We've been having a lot of trouble with heron, more than one heron, and a few cormorants. So I'm going to assemble a scarecrow. You'll see me put it together, different bits and pieces. So what I've got to make it, I've got a balloon with a face on, hat, jacket, pants. This stick, you'll see me assemble it. I'm not putting the gloves on. The gloves are to stop me cutting my hands. Some string, bark or saw to cut it with, morra knife to sharpen the end to stick it in. These clippers for cutting bits and pieces up for stuffing inside, and of course holds the world together, black tape. This is an old rusty air rifle, but I believe the cormorants react if they think they're being shot at. So this will cover when we're not around. Obviously I'm not shooting at them, that's illegal, but you can shoot to scare. This won't shoot anyway. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this to length, slightly bigger than me, so it's more scary. And then this piece, this section, will be the arms. I'll strap it together, sharpen this up, put it into the point on the corner, and dress it accordingly. I've sharpened off this end a little bit. Doesn't need to be all that fancy, it's just going into ground there, but that'll help us to get it in. What I have done is I've rounded off this end so that it doesn't split when I knock it. I forget where I learned that, who I learned that off. If I remembered, I would credit them. But rounding the edge off like that helps to stop it splitting. If you leave it straight up, hit it, very often it'll split. Here's a quick view from where I'm putting it. So let's start with that end. So from here you can see right over to the gate, right round the lake. So it is in quite a prominent position. You can see right down the lake and into the good spots over there where the carp are. So hopefully this should be the right position for it. Of course, things change as the project develops, as the job goes along. So what I've done is I've incorporated another stick into the second leg to make it stand out a little bit more. I stuffed the pants with some old plastic sheeting that we had, and that's all. That won't rot. That'll last longer than leaves or anything like that. And taped it to the main stick with that black tape. Another thing that's changed is it's smaller than I originally showed you, because of course you've got to knock the bottom bit into the ground. But smaller isn't necessarily less scary. My daughter's quite scary and she's smaller than me. I have propped it with rocks at the bottom as well though to help it stand up. We've now added a body. Yeah, you've got to remember to put the pants on before you put the arm across or you'll never get them over. It was hard enough getting the jumper on that cross arm. I was going to saw the end off, but Anne says that it looks like an extension of the rifle, so the boss's decision is to leave it. Head and hat, I've done a double-sided tape stuck to the balloon, so scary face Herons drawn on it. That should scare them. I've added a little orange balloon for each hand, and I've secured the air rifle on with a string sling as well as the tape to hold it in place. So all that remains now is to see whether he's fit for purpose, whether he keeps the heron away, whether he keeps the cormorants away, whether he keeps the ragondin away. Come back and see what the result is. I'll post what the result is. If you've enjoyed this video, please consider liking, subscribing, and maybe even sharing.